Hello and welcome to this video. We are going to focus on arithmetic series, how to find the next number in an arithmetic series, how to find any nth number in an arithmetic series or sequence. So let's look at this example. Let's say we have an arithmetic series 2, 4, and then 6, 8 and 10. Okay, so an arithmetic series is a kind of series where the difference between any two consecutive numbers, the difference between any two consecutive numbers is common. So for example, the difference between 2 and 4 is 2, between 4 and 6 is 2, and the same case for the others. So I want you to pause the video and try to work out the next two numbers for this particular pattern. So you find out the next two numbers. So definitely the next number is going to be 10 plus 2, since the difference is common for any two consecutive numbers. So the difference between 10 and the next number is going to be 2. So that turns out that the next number is 12. And then from 12, the next number is 14, since the difference must be 2. Okay. So what if now we are asked to find the 30th number or the 30th term in this series, or even the 50th term? So what do we do? So it would be really tedious to add 2 until we get to the 30th term or the 50th term. So we have to come up with a general formula that we are going to use to find any nth number. It could be 30th number, 50th, the 70th term, and so on. So let's call this first term here, that is 2. Let's assume we call it A. So this is the first term. So the difference between any two consecutive numbers, let's call it D. So this is the difference. The difference between any two consecutive numbers, or we can call it the common difference, since it's common for each case. So I want us to write each of these numbers in terms of A and D. Okay, we have said that A is the first term, that is 2. From 2 to 4, we need to add 2, which is the common difference. So the common difference in this case is 2. So the first term is, A is the first term, as we have said. So to get the second term, we need to add A to D, or A plus D. So for this case, it's A plus 2 to get to 4. What about the third one? The third one, we need to add A plus D, this common difference, and this other one for this other case. So we need to add D twice. Okay, so this is the third term. What about the fourth term, that is 8? We need to add A, and then we add D thrice to get to the fourth term. Okay, so you can pause the video and try to find the 5th term, 6th term, and 7th term in terms of A and D. So the 5th term, we're going to have A, and then we add the common difference 4 times. So plus D, plus D, plus D. So this will be the 5th term. So, okay, let me use a different color. So the second term, okay, is A plus D. So the third term, when we add the D and the D, we're going to get A plus 2D. And then the fourth term is going to be A plus 3D. And then the fifth term will be A plus 4D. So the second one, that is A plus D, and the first one is A. So we have written them in terms of A and D. So you should be able to realize a particular pattern that is forming here. So to get the second term, we need to add 1D, or A plus 1D. The value of the coefficient of D is 1. To get the third term, we are adding A plus 2D. Okay? To get the fourth term, it's A plus 3D. To get the fifth term, the coefficient of D is 4. So the sixth term, following the same pattern, is going to be A plus 5D. So you see the coefficient of D is 1 less the nth term. So if we are looking for the seventh term, the seventh term, it's going to be A plus 6D. So the value of D is going to be, not the value, but the coefficient of D, which is 6, is 1 less the nth term. So what about maybe the 10th term? So it's going to be A plus 9D. So I hope you have realized this particular pattern. What about we want the 1000th term, the term that is in the 1000th position. So that will be A plus 999D. So you can see the trend here. So that means to get any nth number, we need to have A, which is the first term, plus N. So here N is standing for the nth term. If it's the 60th term, N is 60. If it's the 10th term, N is 10. And then it's minus 1, we multiply by the common difference. So that if N is 10, so if we are looking for the 10th term, it will be A plus the value of N, which is 10, so it's 9D. Alright, so let's go back to our sequence here. So I want you to pause the video and try to work out the 30th term, and the 50th term of this sequence. So you can pause the video and try to work it out and then confirm whether what you did is actually the correct thing. So let me clear up some space here. So the 30th term, this means that the value of N is 30. So when we use that formula, that is A plus N minus 1D, it's going to be A we said is the first term. So the first term of this sequence is 2. And then we add to N, which is 30 minus 1, and then we multiply by D, which is the common difference. D is 2, the difference between any two consecutive numbers. So when we work this out, it will be 2 plus, and then 30 minus 1 is 29. 29 times 2 is 58. So that will be 60. So the 30th term, or the term that is in the 30th position in this series or sequence, is 60. And then let's evaluate the 50th term. So the 50th term is going to be 2 plus 50 minus 1 times 2. So that will be 2 plus 50 minus 1 is 49. 49 times 2 is 98. So that is 100. So the term that is in the 50th position is 100. So, and that is how to find any nth number of an arithmetic sequence.